Hey Taurus, this is Sage Wisdom, and I'm here to do your reading. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, this is going to be for Taurus, the Bull, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, even cross watchers. I'm going to start with the overall energy and I'm going to go into the spread. Thank you, God, for this opportunity to read for the sun sign of Taurus or anybody that with Taurus in their chart. I'm asking for the highest message that's enlightened love, protecting this space, protecting my energy and my space from any lower energies, and asking for messages that's in enlightened love, the highest message, connecting to my spiritual team, my ancestors and spirit guides. It's an enlightened love into those entities. In Jesus' name we pray. Thank you. Amen. All right, Taurus. Okay. The overall energy with you, Taurus, is this feeling of like jealousy or like possessiveness. And this is stemming from like not feeling confident in some type of decision. My feeling is a business decision or it's pertaining to like a work situation. They're saying that always look at the potential in a situation. Don't look at if you're investing in something or you're creating something, you're starting something new, instead of going into it with the negatives of what can go wrong, go in looking at the potentials of what can go right. Because that's how you establish the foundation. You want to start your first seed, the first thing you're going to plant into this investment with a positive mindset, because you just want to start it like that, because you want to keep your mind right and you want to kind of manifest in that way. When you worry about what can go wrong, I mean, that's good in some ways because it helps you strategize on how to correct a problem. And that's what they're saying. If you think of the negative things, the things that go wrong, just think of a plan and how to make it to counteract that thing that you think could go wrong. Okay, because they want you to continue to look at the potential and continue to look at how to invest in something for the positive. How can I gain more wealth? How can I gain more happiness? If this is not in terms of a job or work situation, in terms of love, how can I invest in a situation to obtain happiness or establish something great for my family or establish something more stable for myself and my family, is what they're saying. So it's always keeping the balance within yourself and holding yourself accountable, but always, if you feel yourself going down to that negative side, you need to balance it out while thinking of a plan on how to counteract that negative thought that's there. Okay. And then just they're saying that you guys are in a creative mode and they want you to kind of nurture whatever this project is, whether it's in terms of ways to make more money or is in terms of something that's dealing with your family. The way you can manifest it faster and more abundantly is basically nurturing that thing. You know what I'm saying? Pouring into it, investing time and energy into it, thinking positive thoughts in regards to it, putting a little effort into it every day is what Spirit is saying. But the main thing is like kind of make sure you're balanced in what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Make sure you're professional in how you're presenting your ideas. Even if somebody is coming off to you in some type of negative way, you maintain your professionalism and in this situation. Okay. That's the overall energy. So when I look at the situation with you, you have the Eight of Wands, the Devil, and the Queen of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is talking about some decision that you're going to have to make quickly in regards to something. And hold on, let me get all my cards over here so I'm going to keep switching back and forth. You guys don't have to make some type of decision in something. And I just don't feel like you're confident about whatever the situation is. Like you have low self-esteem in regards to this. Spirit is saying that if you're hesitant about moving forward or you're unsure, to ask good questions and listen carefully for the answer, because it is something here that's not fully revealed or something that's not like cut and dry, and some stuff is like reading between the lines type situations. What you're gonna have to do is what they're saying. Because so ask a question. If you can get an attorney or a lawyer involved, get them involved, let them read the fine print, because I don't know, it's just something that you're not feeling right about, and you kind of feel discouraged, and it kind of makes you feel like depressed a little bit. But Spirit is saying, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business. Do it the professional way. And if you're unsure or you don't know how to approach, ask questions. Even the questions that you think you should ask. Don't assume that you and the other person are on the same page. So like basically get clarity. Just so what I'm hearing you say is you want this for that, what I'm saying, like that. Be real specific, and then whatever you guys come to, like a mutual agreement, write it down, because it's something where I don't know, it feels like a rushed energy, and you do seem undecisive, like you're not sure how you want to handle it, but look into it more, ask the right questions, get an attorney if you need to, and then continue to move on, because they're saying whatever this is, you are supposed to press on and move forward with it, but just ask the right questions and make sure that everything is aligned the way their saying is aligned, because sometimes people can use word or verbiage that make it seem like it's one way, but it's actually another way. But they're saying like you're the professional and you know how to handle this diplomatically, but also at the same time, paying attention to the detail and getting what you need to make it work is what they're saying. Okay, so it's gonna happen quick. So when it's all quick like that, say, wait, I need some clarification on this, or can you give me some time to have my lawyer review this type energy is what I'm feeling here. That's what I'm feeling here. Okay, let me keep going. Okay, the energy that's around you, Taurus, is they're saying they want you to stand your ground with whatever the situation is, because in actuality, you stand your ground and get clear what you want, working through this diplomatically and diligently, real detail, looking at the fine print is going to help improve the situation, not just for you, but for those around. It's like you're building up a community somehow, and I feel like when they see that you're like how you handle this and how you strategize in this meeting or in this situation, is going to make them, whoever I don't know, like let's say if it's like team A and team B, and your employer trying to pick between team A and team B, and you're on team A, and then you're the leader in team A. They're seeing that whatever, like your strategy and how you approach the situation, even a conflict, that's what they're looking at, because it's almost like the conflict is being caused on purpose so they can see how you will work under pressure. And your skill, whatever you offer, they're going to want to invest in you, which is really going to be team A. It's like who you represent, whether it's in your company or what, or some type of business venture that you're on. So just keep things in alignment with your values, and just be always in tune about what you came here to do. What is your purpose? What are you trying to establish? So whenever things get chaotic and it seems like, it seems kind of like, you get like unsure, just go back to your values and align yourself with that and what you came to do. Okay. And that's what's going to help you unfold what it is you're trying to unfold. And it's going to like kind of open up your destiny. It's going to unleash like the path that you're supposed to be going down, and then you're going to see improvements. Things are going to start to calm down. So it's like a test of your wit or your strength or how you work under pressure. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to see your strategies, as long as you're in line with your values and remember what you came here to do, and using diplomacy and not like doing shortcuts, and you being detailed and tactical about how you approach it, it's going to be a change for the better, is what they're saying. And whoever this is going to want to invest in you or your team, the team that you're leading up towards. Okay, that's the energy right here. Okay, let's see what else is going on. What else we have here? We have the Six of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Eight of Cups. But the Eight of Cups is reversed. So the Six of Pentacles is talking about reciprocal resources, sharing the benefits, or sharing resources, or like everybody benefiting somehow. It's some kind of like teamwork that's going on here, that like with you being a leader is what's playing into this. So the focus is on your second house, which is money, work, income, and like your daily routines. So like, your priorities, your passion, your habit, your work ethic. So it's something to do with your ethics, like how you handle a situation that makes this whole thing turns out for the better, is what they're saying. It might not seem that way where you're in it, because there's a whole bunch of like hidden stuff, like, or is a lot of changes going on, and it's like you're adjusting too, because it's messing with the stability that you feel like you had established, or make you feel unstable as a result of these changes, it seems like. So they're saying keep meditating and keeping yourself centered and focus on whatever your values are. Whenever you feel out of alignment, and this is almost like on purpose, like you're being tested because God's allowing you, and because I feel like a superior or a boss is testing you to see if you're the right fit for some type of leadership position. So it's almost like it's some stuff that you don't see, and the stuff that's not clear, instead of just going with the flow and just like, feel like you're just going along with what everybody else wants. The fact that you're asking questions makes you stand out for the rest, but you're asking them diplomatically. You're not rude. You're really just trying to get an understanding, and then you're approaching the situation, like I said, strategically. Yeah. So it's like a lot of like unknowns, but you're getting to the root of that unknown. And with your probing into the situation the way you are, it makes the others feel safe and secure, and it makes the people that's looking at you, like the higher ups that's looking at you, makes them feel secure that you would be able to handle like turbulent situations or rocky situations if it came about. So is this energy where I don't know, I feel like maybe you feel that you like want to cut your losses, move on because it's too much, but I feel like that's starting to change around because it's almost like you're back on board now. You're saying, you say, okay, I understand now what I need to do. Let me get back on board to get this going, because they're saying there's a lot of potential here, and they're also saying that you can make a change for the better in the situation. Is you are the driving force that's going to make everything better. So yeah, that's what it is. Okay, let me keep going. What's testing the situation with you, Taurus, is profits the group work, is the group effort. So it's almost like you, okay, let me tell you what it reminds me of. It's like when you think about a jury, and then like a jury work together to kind of come up with is a verdict, like, you know, like what's the conclusion of the case, and like all of you are working together, but everybody's not asking the right questions. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing like, wait a minute, it's a loophole here. I don't understand how it went from this to this. That loophole in the middle part, that's what you're asking the right questions. Where everybody else don't have the knowledge, the skills, or even the guts or the courage to speak up and ask. They kind of just going with the flow. You're asking the right questions, and the right people are looking at you. So whether it's if you're on a jury, you're like the lead in the team. So you're helping them like investigate other parts or look at other aspects of the case. If there's a job situation where y'all trying to come up with some type of plan, and let's say the higher ups are like throwing like different little challenges at you guys, instead of like going with what you like instead of like sucking up, or you know what I'm saying, kissing somebody butt, you really are asking the questions to the higher ups, where other people will feel like, I don't want to like ask that, I feel like I'm out of place. You're doing it, but you're doing it diplomatically, where you're trying to understand the situation, and then you're using your ethics and your values to work through the situation. The people that's watching you, the higher ups, they appreciate that, is what they're saying. It makes the higher ups feel secure. Like if they offered you a higher position, you would know how to handle things under stress, because you're grounded and you're focused on, you know, solutions and solutions for the betterment of all, is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is gonna be a shift in your job, like a shift in the situation. Okay, let's say hypothetically it's not going great, because initially it felt like you want to walk away with 8 of Cups. This is reversed, like you're back in the game now. So like it's a shift in the energy, and it's coming from you aligning with the situation and getting in the now and just being patient and trying to understand things. So it's like you're strong in your position, you're strong in who you are, like in your leadership role. So it's gonna, I see some shifts occurring. Like, oh my God, like we're looking at you now, Taurus, because it's like you handle the situation better than any of us on this higher board could have, and you're a valuable asset to the company. It's like that kind of thing. And then when you get to that point where, you know, like you stated your point of view, or you stated what you think should happen, and it's like everybody's like quiet, like, oh no, Taurus did not say that. And it's gonna be like a pause, and like you're still, and it's gonna be like, oh my God, did I say the wrong thing? I'll make your self-esteem feel low, you're gonna feel conflicted. But they're saying no, you said all the right things, and it's almost like so surprising that, you know what I'm saying, it baffles the higher ups. It makes the people, your team may be nervous, the people that's working with you, that's working around you, but the higher up is like highly impressed with like your skill and how you handle things under pressure, is what I'm saying. Okay, so then we have the 10th house, which is talking about your image, your professional aspiration, your career achievements, ambitious. You're going to have a change. I feel like a promotion in your position because of this, is what they're saying. The lesson that they want you to learn in all this, Taurus, I feel chills talking about this with you, is being true to yourself, being your true authentic self, with who you are naturally fits this role and fits this position. And it's weird because initially you probably thought like, I don't know if this is going well, I don't know if I'm a good fit, but now it's like you're back in the game, and it's just because you stop trying to go with the flow, and you just being your true authentic self. That's the type of person that they needed in this role, in this position. You understand? So this energy where you're picking yourself up, like you're coming out of the dark, out of the shadows now, and you're on the upper end of the wheel of fortune, like with things rotating. Okay, so like you bring in success to yourself. Success is in motion now. So you're building some type of rewarding relationships in your work life. I feel like it's work life. I honestly feel like this is work life for you, or your career. And not only that, your guidance is beneficial to the people you work with, even the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? They need you on the team, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. So when I look at the outcome based on the current energy, You have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Magician, the Hangman, and then you have Spirit. This is what God is saying. You put out what it is you want. You place your work order. You told God, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? And now everything that you asked for, you're getting. So it's all about the season. Sometimes we feel like we do all the work, and we meditate, we pray, we put our energy out there, we release, we let it go, and it's like, I just like nothing happened. I'm probably gonna have to walk away from this. No, you were allowing God to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You just keep on holding that intent of what you want. Sometimes you get off track, or you feel low self-esteemish, like, oh, I don't know if this is working for me. You hold the intent of what you want. You hold it in a light. And then the things that were missing, like it was some stuff that just was off for you. You're like, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. And because you went through that and you address those things with the higher ups, and you ask the right questions in the right way, that made them start thinking, oh, you're right. Like it's like you fix a kink. There was a permanent kink that was in the system. And like, let's say you were working somewhere, and it's like the way they were handling stuff, just something just wasn't right. So the one thing that you adjusted affected the whole system, and it adjusted it for the better. You know what I'm saying? So something they missed, higher ups, you know what I'm saying, it's been there for years, because, but you fresh eyes come in, and then you're trying to like, really, you just like, oh, I want to give, this is not working for me because I feel like this is wrong, that is wrong. And you thought your attention to detail and what you were offering wasn't helping, but it was. You have to give people time to adjust in the process. What you're saying is what they're saying. So now you're starting to feel a little bit more stable. Well, first you're starting to feel kind of beat up and like, they're saying the worst is over now. So you trust your intuition. Always trust your intuition. That's like the lesson in this. Be true to yourself. Because you got a lot of spiritual gifts, like psychic gifts. You have this knowingness about you. You're stable. You're grounded to this reality. So it's like you're like the person that's balanced in the spiritual realm, like you're in touch with your intuition, but then you're grounded to this earthly reality. So you know how to be practical on how to make things work. That's truly a gift, Taurus, is what they're saying. So it's like you changed your mind about it. And now it's like, I don't know, maybe I do want to be in this position. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? And they're saying, yes, you do, because you're destined for great things, because you have a lot to offer to the situation, to the company, to this project, whatever that is to you. Okay. So always put your intent out there, hold it in the light. It may not feel like it's working right in that moment. It is. You have to allow the universe to catch up with what it is that you're putting out there. Allow the higher ups to process what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be for the good for you. Okay. So let's get some. I'm trying to see which cards I want to use to get advice for you, Taurus. If this resonated, hit that thumbs up button. That's to like my video. And if you want to subscribe, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So Spirit is saying you always have a choice to make. But before you make any choice, they always want you to listen to your body. What is your intuition? What are your nerves? What's your body telling you about the situation? And then you're Taurus, you're always going to get the answer from within. Always, because you know what I'm saying, like I said, you're real grounded to the reality of this world and how to practically apply things. But yet you're very highly tuned in. Your intuition, you're tapped in, tuned in. So it's like, as long as you listen to spirit and you take the advice of spirit, processing it, and doing what you got to do to make it work, it's always going to be work in the best interest. And even if it doesn't happen right away, that's okay. Allow the universe, the people to catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on a whole nother level. And you have a lot of potential, which is greatness in whatever you do, is what spirit is saying. Okay? That's what they're saying. They also want me to just let you know that to continue to stay hydrated, drink a lot of water, to flush your system of lower energies, all your fears and stuff like that. And just be open and receptive to what's going on. Stay hydrated, sleep more, because it's like maybe you haven't been sleeping a lot. Maybe this has been stressing you more than you know. So drink water, sleep a little bit more, and just be grateful, because you presented like a different viewpoint or different alternatives, and whatever this ideal is, and maybe something like inventing something, I don't know, whatever this is going to lead to a shift in a job position for like more money, or you're more respected, or you're like a leader in the situation, is what spirit is saying. Okay, so anything else before we close out for Taurus? Any messages for the highest good of Taurus? They're saying, you're manifesting like a new financial opportunity. Is a lot of prosperity. It's like a pay raise. You expect a pay raise, expect a raise or some type of promotion in what it is that you're doing. And this is all coming from the courage that you use to, one, subdue your inner demons, your fears, that lower energy that was there that's making you feel insecure. You subdue that and you paid attention to like your higher self, and you took that and you applied it to the reality of the situation. And that's like, even though easy said, it's hard for a lot of people to do, because it's easy for you to just go with the flow or go along with what someone's saying or not want to go against the grain, but you did, and you did it in a diplomatic way. That's just really, really, really good. Okay. Yeah. Very clever. Yeah. A lot of skills. And they're saying you're very clever is what they're saying. Okay. So always use your intuition to, one, calm a situation, get people like, you know, on like a calm playing field, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of like, you know, always follow your higher self, or what your higher self is leading you to, because it's always going to lead to something better. I think the problem, most people, like we all have the ability to tune in and tap into like what spirit is telling us and how to proceed. A lot of us don't have the courage to proceed with it. You know, we're fearful about the unknown, or fearful about, you know, if we're not going along with what society says right or wrong, or if I'm not going along with what this company has been doing for years, you know, if I do this, I'm gonna be like the oddball out, and I'm probably gonna get fired, or you know, they're probably gonna, you know, if I'm pointing stuff out, I'm gonna be like the one that's in conflict. You know what I'm talking about? And you, even though I feel like you had that fear, you still had the courage to push through it, and then kind of like let who you are shine, so people see the truth in what was. You know what I'm saying? And your truth not only is helping the company, is helping the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Do better. It's like you're a leader. People look up to you. That's the word I want to say. Okay, those are the words. All right, Taurus, light and love. Hope this helped. Until next time.